And we're live.
There's definitely been some times where you just hit up somebody. All right, God, this is gonna sound so bad. I was gonna say before, but Tinder Gold, right? So you can see who's matched with you. And I'm scrolling through, and I'm like, damn, this girl looks short. Click on her profile. She's a legitimate midget, and I was like, I'm just gonna send it. I just gotta like see what the scenario is here, because her bio says like not looking for hookups, looking for long-term supportive relationship. Yes, I'm legally a midget. And I was like, fuck it, let's go.
Ah, shit.
Match with her.
Wait, did she use the M word?
No. Actually, I wonder.
Probably said dwarf.
I'm gonna have to look. But yeah, I honestly, I don't know if that's the correct. What's the piece? There's so many PC things
I think
now.
little
I don't know.
person is the correct.
Yeah, acceptable
Dwarf is
nomenclature.
kosher too. I think.
Is dwarf kosher?
Yeah,
But dwarf
dwarf
doesn't
is pretty
describe all
common.
little people.
Hi-ho,
Yeah, that's true.
hi-ho, and off the work we go.
They
Point is-
don't enjoy that at all.
She unmatched me really quick.
If they have a good
That's
sense
our
of humor, they do.
slavery.
People.
Those Oompa Loompas weren't paid to make candy from sunup to sundown.
You're right though. They weren't. Shit, I don't know
Little
if I'm
stubby fingers worked to the bone.
Yeah. Well, what ended up happening with the
He unmatched
little
with me
person?
immediately. I don't know why. Like, you know how it gives you a notification that we matched? I went to go message her and it was unmatched. And I was like, was I a mistake here? Did she have second guesses? Did she see me and was like, this guy would totally be doing this just for the laughs? Because I was.
Was she like, oh, not even 6'2"? And then
Yeah,
Chip
he's
down.
6 foot even. I can't hang out with that. But yeah,
Oh,
no.
what
You got
It was a
unmatched.
really anticlimactic one.
Are you telling us you got unmatched by a midget?
I did. I don't know if I'm proud or sad about that. You know?
Man, that would feel like a punch in the gut, where you're like, oh, she'll just be happy that one of us normal height folks is taking interest, and then she unmatches
A bigger.
a bigger.
No. What did somebody say? I was streaming at the time. Somebody was like, "You're her chug jug to her mini," like a Fortnite joke, like Shields. None of you guys play Fortnite.
I don't-
But
I don't
I've
play
watched
Fortnite. I
enough
bet
of
it's a good one.
streams to know.
It was a really fun one. I somebody will laugh in the comments, I'm sure.
Would you? Have you ever gotten, after a few dates with a Tinder girl, where you actually thought, okay, this has potential, like this could evolve, or is it always like you fuck and then you maybe fuck again and then you're like, all right, it's time to
It's like a one or two.
make this a ghost town.
Yeah, it's like a one or two, and then we kind of just like do the whole like and then like that just dies off.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
there
think
is a long term out there, but not so far.
So how are you putting yourself out there to these girls when you're messaging them? I'm no Harley. Harley's the grand poobah of Tinder, apparently. Got all sorts of tips. But like, what are you putting yourself, hopefully you're not actually saying I'm average in every way.
No,
because-
that was clearly a joke.
Obviously.
No, it's more like, I mean, I'm not I hate the people, right? I hate the idea that it's like, all right, you've matched. Now come out with your hardest, most cold pickup line ever. Like clearly some interest has been paid here, so you can just start at a normal conversation, right? Like whatever is in the bio, and you can just talk about shit. But there have been times where I'm like, fuck it. Like I was playing Super Seducer, which is this game by Richard Lumia. I can't remember, or whatever. He's a pickup artist from the UK, and he got all this controversy because he made this game that was just a terrible, horrible, objectifying game that was hilarious and amazing to play. And so one of his questions for picking up girls was, he was sitting there and the girl's like, oh, I have a dog. And he's like, oh, so maybe we go to a dog fight. Maybe, we see how your dog fights with other dogs. And I was like, I'm going to try that. So I hit up this girl who had matches. I was like, so what are your views on dog fighting? Got no message for like a week. And then comes back and was like, that was honestly one of the funnier things anybody said. And I'm going to assume that it was a joke. And I was like, it absolutely was. And like, so we started talking. But I was like, I feel as if it's like a catch-22. You lead off with a really funny one-liner, and either, oh, you read that somewhere online, you're not that funny, or that's so funny, I can't believe you did that, and I've already peaked, and now I'm going to be a failure from here on out. So like,
wow, who hurt you?
Oh man.
a lot of people, man. I work on the internet. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people hurt me.
Taylor, would you match with the midget? Just like let's say it's a midget that among midgets, and I use the M word because we don't have any of them listening in. As soon as one complains, I'll stop. Midget, you see a midget on Tinder. She's among midget kind. Let's just say a 6.5, maybe a 7. All right.
A gaggle.
Is it a
six?
six? Is it a 6.5 of midget or 6.5?
Among midgets? Yes.
Oh, so
among
she's not
midgets.
even a
So she's
hot
batting at like
midget.
a
She's just a
3.
better than average midget.
She's a nice looking midget. All right. Like there's nothing gross about her.
How
like,
tall is she among the other midgets?
let's just say she is 4 foot flat. She's 4. No.
Oh,
You're-
that is a tiny
You're,
little
you're at
person.
Danny DeVito levels at 4'8". Get out of here. No,
Yeah,
she's
but-
4 feet tall. All right. She's a little lady. All right. First of all, she can order off the kids menu. She can get the kids price at the movie theater. You're saving money right off the top.
Can't go to
Do you
Six
match
Flags.
with this lady for the sole purpose of getting her to hold your penis while you take pictures?
Ooh.
Does it make me a bigot that I wouldn't go out with a midget?
Yeah.
A little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
A little
I-
bigoted.
No.
Look, I'm not. No, now go out is kind of vague. I don't mean that you date this lady for weeks at a time. You hook up with her once, maybe twice, if
I can
things
date
go
her
well.
for a week. That's months in midget time.
That's
I
true.
just-
That's true. Because of the time dilation.
They only live to be 12 to 14. It's a
That's
little known
true.
fact.
Yeah.
It's
Taylor,
God.
if you think
Yeah,
about how
it's
the
like
Earth
those are
rotates,
funny
Taylor's in a
shit.
higher orbit. He ages
Yeah,
That's
faster. I
true.
think.
Time goes.
They're closer to the surface of
That
the Earth.
anatomic clock, or we know that's science right there.
Another midget fact: when you drop them, they always land on their feet. They've got cat-like, inner ears.
It's the
Yeah,
tail.
Could you get your dick hard? For
Oh,
a
if
midget?
it's
Oh yeah.
I
Oh, yeah.
could.
I mean,
But,
like,
she'd
to be
hell-
honest with you, I don't.
She'd be like, she'd grab your dick like this, and that'd be the coolest thing you'd ever seen before in your life. She's like, oh, she's double-handed it, and she can't even reach around because of her tiny baby hands. Hang on. First of all, let me snap some pics of this. I'm gonna send this to some other ladies down the road, and they are gonna be blown away, right? When they
Oh,
they
this
see
isn't my
that.
first rodeo. Yeah.
This is like
would
the
feel like a
dating push-up
pedophile.
bra. It's a fake. It's a
dating
miracle
push-up.
brawl dick pic.
You're right.
You just got
Yeah,
a very small
Come here with
person.
your little baby hands and grab this dick.
Oh, I think that would be hot to me. That would be hot. I would
Oh, a
totally.
baby?
I'd want to have sex with a
Yeah,
midget.
baby. Nobody else has been there.
You would for sure do it, Kyle. You definitely go on a date with the midget girl.
I would prefer to just get her over to my house at nighttime so that nobody, I
Well,
don't
here,
want.
add an extra layer. You have to go get drinks with her for at least 45 minutes somewhere
Where do
in
we go?
public. I don't know. It's up to you.
Can
Yeah,
I
that's
take her
gonna
to?
be-
How about I just take her to Chipotle because I figure like she can just nibble off my burrito and no way she can eat a Chipotle burrito. She's like,
gets a little fall.
You just got that big thing. The
Yeah,
hamster feeder.
sure, I would go on the one date with her. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I mean, I don't want to be like cruising around town with a little person in my car. Like I don't want to be installing a booster seat every time we have to go out, right?
They
Like,
have to ride in car seats in the front.
no, they're not that tiny unless you get like a mini me size midget, and
I'm
that's
just
a whole
wondering.
different question.
No, we're getting into Banana Town with mini me sized midgets, because if you've ever seen mini me next to other dwarves and midgets and little people, they make him look like a midget among
There are
midgets.
bottles of champagne bigger than Vern Troyer.
He's 2'8". Chiz just put in the chat. 2'8".
I imagine that not only does he need to sit in a car seat, but he has to sit backwards.
I know his agent. I know him really well. Like
Vern
his
Troyer
agent.
could suck my dick standing up under my desk.
His, his
Would you
agent
like
is
that?
also his
I
agent
love
is
it.
also Dan Bilzerian's agent, and like I've
Oh,
hung out
really?
I've hung out with Dan's agent a little bit, and like I was always trying to hook up and get my picture with Vern. Kitty got her picture with Vern. She was out there one time, like when I wasn't, and she got to hang out with him. But I've never been able to meet him, and I was such a huge fan of the Austin Powers movies when I was a kid. Like when I was in middle school, like those were some of the first impressions that I was doing, like doing the Austin Powers voice and the fat bastard and the Dr. Evil and all that stuff. And like I always wanted to meet him, but I never got to.
Those movies are actually incredibly iconic, and they still hold up. I watched Goldmember a couple months ago, and I watched it and I laughed at most of the jokes. I was kind of surprised because comedy movies don't tend to have that kind of stay power. But Austin Powers.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Austin
Still
Powers is
funny.
so good. I love Mike Myers. I liked that little bit he had in Inglorious Bastards. You know, when he played sort of Churchill's aide,
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah.
he's briefing the guy before he goes into Germany. I wish he would get more serious roles like that because he killed that. He killed that. That was great. I like
Yeah.
Mike Myers. I think he's in a movie coming up. I just don't recall which one it is.
I haven't seen him in anything for a while. That's
Yeah.
probably the last one.
He looks weird now that he's gotten old, to be fair.
Does he look like? I'm gonna have to look up and see. I don't care that much about it. I'll just
Yeah,
take your word for it.
he looks weird. He looks kind of shiny, and his nose does a weird thing. I don't know. He looks weird.
How about this, Kyle? You took the midget route there for
Yeah.
a minute.
Oh yeah.
You match with a gal who's what's a ridiculous height for a woman? 6'8".
Oh God, I don't know if that's a thing. Like I think 6'4". Are there women who are 6'8"? Like I'm out of my league here.
See,
Like even
Chiz,
in the WNBA, I think they're like 6'4".
Chiz says 7'3", but like
That's
that's
retarded.
one of those. A woman who's 7'3" is like one of those anomalies where like they have like a gargantu. What is it called? Gigantism. You know,
Yeah.
something on their pituitary.
Yeah,
And it makes them
pituitary's
grow
coming
like
out.
all odd and wonky, and their bones aren't right, and they have like those like that. It's a rough life to have. I'm talking about just a naturally tall, a woman who's 6'8". She matches with you.
Look,
You know, you were willing to go the midget route. Are you willing to do? You know, you seem to
Absolutely.
be interested in anything for the story.
anything
right?
for the story. I would date any woman who is no matter how tall she is. I don't care. Like throw a number out there. I'm down. As long as she's attractive, you know, she's pretty. I wouldn't want to date.
She doesn't need to be pretty, just not fat.
She does need to be pretty, and I don't want to date like a 6'8" ugly chick. You know,
I would go.
If her
I would
body's
go-
banging, she's pretty enough.
Okay.
I don't think that's a
You're saying
banging
Tucker?
body though. It's all stretched out like some sort of circus freak.
Okay, not banging, but like I don't know. If hypothetical single Woody was looking for a one night stand, especially one of these once in a lifetime one night stands, like a 6'8" woman, all she needs to be is not fat.
No,
That's a hard no for me.
No.
I would go out on a
Wow.
date. I would go out on a date with anybody for the for the content, homie. You know, for the story. Like that's just good. But like, yeah, I can only have so much control over my dick if I'm not attracted to you. Like we're not having sex. It's just not gonna happen. So it's not. I'm sorry, but you gotta have some sort of quote unquote traditional attractiveness in you for me to be like, all right, now let's take this to step 2. Oh, did
I'd
we
fuck
just
this
link
chick.
a-
I'd
Would
fuck
you?
this chick. Yeah. I'd be into
Okay,
that.
yeah, but she's like she's good looking.
I know she is. I'm just looking for 6'8" women.
Oh.
Like there's a limited
Yeah.
like.
I
Put-
would
put that
swing
gentleman
on her
in
like
orange.
a jungle gym.
Put that gentleman in orange next to any human's photo, and you're gonna bump up like 2 points at least. I want that guy included in all of my Tinder pics.
That guy looks terrible. That
I
guy
know,
is
that's what I'm saying.
so- I know. I
Come on,
guess
guys.
I'm
He's
really
just some random guy. You know.
So what? So what? Fuck him. He's not watching.
All right, let's
Fuck that
critique-
ugly piece of shit.
Let's
I'm a-
critique
Look,
his
look at his
fashion,
fucking
man.
socks. Look at those fucking white
It's
socks
really the
pulled
sock.
up. Look at
Those
those
are like
oh
shorts.
jeez.
Those
Socks
socks
aren't
in the
He's
shot
that,
now.
that polo is at least a size too small. Good lord! And put an undershirt on it at the very least, so I don't have to see your gross old man nipples. And brush your hair. It must be windy as fuck there. Oh wait, it's not. You just woke up and rolled out of bed.
Yeah, it's
This
not
guy's
windy on her
scum.
hair.
This
Yeah,
guy's
her hair's
scum.
fine.
Those socks are the same sock that every
Stop.
type.
Look at her feet.
Yeah, they've got
Okay, they're big.
nail polish
yeah.
on them.
Look at those.
They look
look
well
at
They
them.
seem
manicured.
fine.
They're bigger than mine.
I
I'm
mean,
not
I
really a
assume
foot
a
guy.
7-foot tall
They're
girl
this
has-
wide.
I'm still stuck on the dude. Dude,
They're snowshoes.
I was 25 pounds lighter than him when I realized, oh my God, I have to fix this. What's his problem?
You have self-esteem.
I want to know what
Like,
he's
people
listening
care
to.
about you.
This guy gave up long
He's-
ago.
This guy's listening to either NPR or he's listening to old folk songs from like Ukraine. Like there's no in between.
Yeah, he's like listening to Gregorian chants.
You don't think it's
All right.
Toto's Africa on repeat? Just
Oh, I love
Do
that. song.
Okay, well,
not
I would-
ever talk shit about Toto.
So that I agree
Holy
with Kyle
shit,
about
she's
that.
big.
I
Pick
definitely
one.
would.
Pick one.
Ooh, a
Left.
pick? We haven't done a pick one in ages.
I will always
4'11" and 6'8".
Left. left. I will
I'm gonna
always
go
small.
4'11.
Every time. Small is hotter than tall.
I want them both. I want to do some weird shit with both of them, and I feel like you could swing that with this. Like I need to sit down with both of these ladies over a couple of drinks, and I'm like 45% sure I could talk them into both of them coming home because I feel like just you.
Could have a
You
2.5.
sex looking like the bars of a cell phone.
Oh, this is great. This would be a night to remember. Right.
I mean,
yeah.
it would. It's just
I
I-
absolutely would for either one of them. They're
The
both
smaller
very attractive.
one, yeah, a hypothetical
small
single
one's
Woody would
cute.
do either. The smaller one is prettier, but I feel like the taller one is more attractive to me.
Yeah, she's large and in charge.
Yeah.
She knows that. I bet that smaller one could beat the little one to death.
The
Literally.
smaller one is
death.
the little one.
yeah.
I-
if it-
well,
The taller one, I think you meant.
Yeah, I mean the big one. The
The
big
big
one.
one.
Wow,
Can you
think the
imagine how
person
good
twice the
her?
size.
Can you imagine how good the tall one's legs look laid
Uh-huh.
out across the bed?
Yeah, absolutely. Hanging
That's-
up at the end.
That's an unwieldy amount of legs. Like that's so much leg to
It's-
deal with.
She's
You
got
know,
more leg than I do.
If I had the
Yeah, I
taller
know,
one,
but-
I might bring her home to a cot or something just for the effect.
Oh,
Here's a cot.
like one of those micro homes in your backyard. Are we going to your home? No, the house out back. Come
Yeah,
here.
there's like a dollhouse in the back. I want to make the most of this.
and she's
We're
thin.
gonna fuck in my race car bed.
She's really thin too. Like the tall one is very thin. Like I noticed. Like she
Mm.
looks like she has a very small waist, which I don't know much about enormous women, but you would think that maybe they're more athletic by and large. But no.
I think
No.
they're less athletic.
I want to
feel like they're
stick the little one
brittle.
into the big one.
She's not that big.
Well, she would be when I was through.
They're
We-
both very pretty.
Oh,
so that's the
God,
winner, but
okay, hey.
that
You soak that
that was
little
a
one
good
in
one.
wet platinum, she'll go in.
slides right in. You reverse.
Oh,
burn.
imagine
Reverse-
Kyle's into some weird
reverse-
shit.
what's that
reverse-
what's that stupid winter sport that I was mocking and everybody got pissed
Oh,
off? All those
curling?
goddamn
Curling?
Canadians, those Canadian
Do not
bitches.
ever get mad at curling.
Curling is so stupid. I want to curl,
you.
but with this girl soaked in wet platinum across a hardwood floor. I want to throw her. Look how little she is.
I'll be
and she's-
honest. I would pay for that to watch that midget curling.
I would pay
Yeah,
to do
let's
it.
let's get Ice Poseidon to do it. He'll do that shit.
Yeah, he will do anything.
Don't give him any more of my ideas. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna find some little people to throw around like shuttlecocks, and we're gonna fuck them.
That's bad.
Then we're gonna fuck them. The whole shuttlecock thing is an illusion, to get them to fuck. Yeah, no. Height is something like with chicks I really don't think about that much unless it's like on the crazy end of the spectrum. Like all women think about height for guys. They all do. Like it's the one almost universal physical requirement on sites like Tinder or Bumble or whatever. Like it's not even like mustn't be fat. It's like 5'10" and up or 6 foot and up. Like guys, I feel like unless you're below 5 foot or above 6 foot, you're kind of in a happy range, right? Like 5'1", that's pretty short. Like 5'2", like that,
That's
but once,
really short.
like
All
but
right, I've
it's not
got
going to be an issue.